Hello, my family members. As I promised to you that I will have been uploading the practice set for cognitive assessment by any tech company like Accenture, TCS, Cognizant, Wipro, etc. This is the second class. If you have not watched the first one, kindly watch that. Link is given in the description box. Today, we will solve abstract reasoning questions. I will discuss here the most important visual reasoning questions. So be attentive in this session, right? Okay, let's look at the questions. At the first, I will just solve the question and I will give some example exercise to you. You will practice that and give me the desired figure in the comment box so that I can aware of that your problem, your knowledge, your proficiency in abstract reasoning. Okay, let's just look at the concept behind this problem. This is actually rotating type abstract reasoning. That the logic is behind the problem. Just draw a image like this block and look at the figure. The arrow in the first box is rotating, sorry, is facing on this direction, that is direct. The direction is actually from between 9 to 12, and at the second box the arrow face to the between 12 to 3, and in the third box the arrow direction is between 6 to 3, right? In every rotation this is making a 90-degree, so and it is rotating in clockwise, right? So rotating clockwise and 90-degree, and look at the tail of the arrow. This is also shifting right or left, right? So just look at the third row. If this maintain the same logic or not, I hope this will obviously maintain the same logic, because this is actually a rule that if the any of the row maintaining one logic, the same logic should be there in the third as well, right? So in the third box, third row, the first element facing to the direction between 3 to 6 actually, and in the second box of the third row the arrow facing towards this 9 to 6, and this is also rotating clockwise and making an angle of 90-degree. So in the next box the arrow obviously will face towards 9 to 12, right? And just look at this. If you uh, if you put if you just take this arrow in your hand, then the tails will be either left or right direction, and if you take this arrow, then it will be reverse of this direction, and here it will also reverse to that direction, right? So if this is the desired direction, then the arrow should be directed to the 9 to 12, okay, and the tail should be here, because the in the first box the tails towards this, and in the second box the tails is upper side, Then in the third box the tail should be in the lower side, right? So I hope you have got the answer. And one thing to remember, that you have to first go through the row wise if the logic maintaining or not. You have to look that, you have to observe that. If not, then go towards the column wise, right? If the logic actually the logic maintaining, then do the all row or all the column in the same logic, right? So okay, I'll give you not a problem, but two or three problems maintaining same logic, same concept. That's and you will solve by your own, so that you will gain more knowledge and more ability to solve problem, right? Okay, solve this problem. First go towards the right side, row wise and then column wise. Just look at if it is rotating clockwise or anti-clockwise, but and how much angle it is making, and if its uh, tails are actually rotating or not, if rotating in which direction. Just look at that and solve the problem, right? Okay, this is a quite different. So I'll solve the problem. Just if you can solve the problem, please write in your exercise book and solve first. I'm solving the problem. Look here, I'm at first going towards the row wise, right? Here in the first box this is plus, and the second box this is circle, and the third box this is a composition of, this is actually compounding of plus and circle. The square is in the second row first box, and the second row second column this is a cross, and here the cross is inside the box, right? Square, right? So this is also a compound of square and box. Actually here the box is there, but it is not visible because the background and the square are same colors, that's why. And in the third row this is a star and this is a circle, and what should be here, right? Just look at this. Column 1 plus column 2 is equal to column 3. Column 3, right? That means just observe this. uh, Inside the inside the second column, the first column is imposing. That means in the first, the second column, that is circle, is being shaded first, then the plus is imposing inside it, right? And in the second it is not being shaded or like this, but this is maintaining this logic c1 plus c2, okay? And here this row and this row is the same actually. So inside the circle that should be shaded, and let's shade this. Inside this circle, shaded circle, a not shaded star will be imposed. That means star will be white, right? uh, Look, that will look like this actually, star sorry, star, but other portion will be shaded, right? Okay, let's do the next problem first. And it is the quite same with the first one, so try to solve by your own. Okay, just look at the moon and the arrows, right? you will solve the problem. I know you have that ability, right? Okay, look at the problem here. You have to just observe the consequence and you will have to answer. I am going towards row wise. At the first box there is a square, and in the second box there are some figures are added. That is, the first box was square, and in the second box some figures like small small circles, and this cross mark added. And in the third box, the the part which was added in the second column, that remains here, but the first box was omitted, right? It is maintaining in the same manner. At the first box of the second column it was a pentagon. In the second second row, the pentagon was there. In the second column with pentagon there are some small circles and triangle are added. And in the third column the first one, that is the pentagon, was omitted. In the similar way, in the third row, there is a circle like figure, and in the second column some figures were added. So I'm just drawing the figure so that it will be helpful. And in the second column the added portion is this, actually 1 2 3 and 4, 4 4 lines and 4 circles, 4 circles. And the added portion is here. Here there is no cross, there is no line actually, but here the line added, right? Here the line added. So the output will be look like, obviously this portion will be removed. So if this portion removed, then what remains left? The left part is this. The circle, the circle, the circle, and the added part, right? So I hope you have got the answer. Now let's move to the next problem. Just pause the video and try to solve the problem. Okay, I'm solving the problem. Just look like very carefully. At the first, I'm just first going towards right side from the left row wise, or you can go through the column wise as well. In this portion I'm just observing that I can go with column wise or row wise as well. At the first there is a triangle right here, and there is a triangle and a rectangle or square and a pentagon, right? So the edge of the figure are increasing. That is, here 3, here 4, here 5. And similar way, here the square was of 4 edge, and here pentagon, here hexagon, right? And in the third column this is a pentagon, here this is a hexagon, and here this should be a heptagon, right? Heptagon. So we have pointed out that the upper portion of the desired figure would be a heptagon. The heptagon. This will look like here, right? But what is the middle portion of the desired figure? Look at this. The first one was a circle, and this was a shaded circle in the first box, right? And in the second box, in the second column, sorry, second box of the second row, that is a triangle, and here this is a new figure, that is a square. There are all unique figures are there, right? But what, let me just remove this portion. The figure which was here, this is in the second box with shaded one, right? And which was here, this is in the third box with shaded one. And which was here with shaded one, this is here with not shaded. And the pentagon was here, and the pentagon was here with not shaded. Here the pentagon with not shaded, and here the pentagon with shaded. So the hexagon is here, so this should be shaded and here, right? Oh, 1 2 3 4 5 6 hexagon, right? So this will be the output or the desired figure, right? So I hope you have solved this by your own. Okay, let's go towards the next problem. This is a quick quiz for you. Please solve the question. Just count the number and solve the problem. You can go through the row wise or column wise, right? And pointed out the desired output, right? I am not solving the problem. Okay, I hope you have gathered some knowledge from here, right? And I hope you will solve the questions which I left for you and will give answer by your own method. So for today's session, this is all from me. Okay, we will see you again, right? Thank you.